it comes to AML research and emerging treatment options, what are you excited about right now?
Well, I think one of the biggest, I would call revolutionary changes in AML was the introduction of venetoclax, because AML is a disease of the older population. The median age is about 68, which means half of the patients are older than 68. And among the other half, majority are older than 55. And when you go beyond 60, 65, the traditional chemotherapy is not well tolerated. But the introduction of venetoclax plus azacitidine or decitabine, depending on the center, has really completely changed the management of older AML patients from a situation that it was dismal treatment to a situation that's still not great, but it's a lot better. As in, we don't cure majority, but many people have a tolerable therapy and live with their disease for several months, if not several years. And personally, I have treated a 97-year-old patient, and she did well for 3 years. So because of this drug, age is no longer as frightening as it used to be, or advanced stage.
So where do clinical trials fit in when it comes to choosing treatment?
The best drugs that we have available now, the venetoclax that I mentioned and all the other drugs that I mentioned, targeted drugs, came from clinical trials. If we don't do clinical trials, we would be still doing the same treatments that we were doing in the 1970s and 80s. In fact, up till about 7 or 8 years ago, many places were still doing the same treatments as that was developed in 1970s, which, in the era of computers and Apple and everything else, it's mind-boggling that we should be doing something that we were doing in the 70s. So clinical trials are important to move the field forward. They are in major academic centers. All the clinical trials are extremely well vetted and scientifically vetted, as well as, with institutional review boards, ethically vetted. So patients can be sure that they're not going to get anything less and potentially more than what they would normally get.